Hi, I'm Ryan Walker with the Sax ProShop here at MusicMedic, and today I'm going to show you how to install a Neopad into your saxophone. One of the most important things is making sure that you start with a clean pad cup. This may involve scraping or using some kind of solvent to clean up any old adhesive and glue that's in the back of this pad cup. I like to use a scraper, making sure that I clean up any old glue or adhesive. I also make sure that I clean up anything from the inside of the rim of the pad cup. Any grit, grime, or dirt in there will interfere with how the pad levels. Once we've cleaned the inside of our pad cup, we can now measure for Neopads. I'm going to use a digital caliper for that. So this is telling me the measurement of this pad cup is 41.35 millimeters. In order to size this correctly for a Neopad, I need to go a little undersized. This will allow the pad to actually tilt back and forth. For this size, I'm going to use a 40.5 millimeter pad. What you're looking for is an even space all the way around the pad, between the pad cup rim and the actual pad itself. You can see with this pad, it is way too small. On the other hand, this pad is way too big. This is not going to allow for that self-leveling feature of the Neopad. Once I've determined the correct diameter of my pad, I can now worry about the pad protrusion. The pad protrusion is how much the pad actually sticks out from the pad cup. You can see here there's not a lot of self-leveling. So what I can do is I can actually switch out the spud that's pre-installed into the pad. It's as easy as just popping out this spud, grabbing one of our medium or tall spuds, and then reinstalling it into the back of the pad. It's very important there's a little pin on this spud that needs to line up with the slot in the back of the pad. Once I line everything up, I can go ahead and snap it in and then check for my pad protrusion. You can see here now I have a lot more tilt. This pad is now going to level itself. Now that I've determined the correct size Neopad to use, I can go ahead and install. The adhesive I'm using for this is this rubber toughened glue. To install, all I need to do is dab just a little bit of glue on the back of the spud. And then when I install my Neopad, I like to keep my fingers in a north, south, east, west position. This allows me to properly center the pad. After about 20 or 40 seconds, the glue will fully cure. Once our Neopad is installed into the pad cup, now I can reassemble my key onto the saxophone. Now I'm going to show you what makes Neopads very unique. I'm going to put a leak light into the body of the saxophone and show you how the pad self-levels. Now you can see how the pad levels itself. I can open it up and I can actually move this pad, and when the pad cup closes, when that pad hits that tone hole, it levels itself. Now let's say we want to change out our Neopads. Changing out a Neopad is just as simple as installing one. First, we're going to remove the key. Once I've removed my key, it's very easy to pop off a Neopad. I find if you use a dental pick, it's very easy to get in between the pad and the tone hole. Once you get under that pad, you can just pop it out, just like so. Now, if we need to change it out, what I suggest is holding the pad cup so that that pin faces directly up. Then I'm going to take my pad and line up the slot in the back of it with that pin. Once everything's in line, I can just snap it in place. Now all I have to do is reinstall the key and you're ready to go.